Everybody, welcome back to Disturbing Creations. This is Damien, your host, for my Porsche fans. So this works for the 986 and the 911, the 996 model, because they both have these same tails. But if you have another model that has this tail that comes up, this little wing for deflection of air to keep the car down, well, ours is really ugly. I think the bumper head had some damage, and they tried to sand it and match it, and then they tried to do something with this, but it's really bad. Now, this isn't the entire wing. This little piece right here that's just got the plastic on top is kind of cheap. You can get another one for $100 because we're gonna go ahead and sand this down and paint it. So I just want to show you guys, like, this spoiler, the same thing that I took off, that fits 1997 to 2004. It's just the trim top piece. Porsche one's $162 plus tax and shipping, and it used to be $198.80. It's on sale right now. So if you take it off and spend $5 in sandpaper and just a few minutes of your time and one can of spray paint, you can fix this brand new like 15 bucks, or buy a little piece of wrap like I did and fix it like new. Now let's get back to the video. All right, guys, so I wanted to get a close-up of how bad this wing looks before and after. So you can see there's like green algae growing on it, and there's dirt. It just kind of looks terrible. All the teeth are good though. The holes are still good. And the back just has so much, so much paint flaked off of it. So I think someone spray painted this or sanded it, tried to paint it or something. I don't really know. When I start to sand it, I'll figure out what's going on, because there was damage on the bumper. So I think there might have been damage on this as well. But the wing works, and we are going to sand this down. And then I'm not even going to primer it. I'm just going to sand it down and try to get it really smooth. And then I'm going to wrap this carbon fiber, and it's going to look like a brand new carbon fiber wing for the Porsche. It's going to look great. It's going to match the headlights. All right, so I just got done washing this, and as you can see, all the junk is off all the way down. I dried it a little bit, still waiting for the rest to air dry. You have to wash the inside as well. So I had to get a toothbrush and get all up and under these teeth and everything, and clean out those corners, because if you're gonna wrap this around, it's gonna have to grip to it. And if it grips to the dirt, if you tuck it in, behind here, you bring it around and you tuck it back here, it's not gonna grab onto anything. It's gonna grab onto dirt. It's gonna peel off a little bit, and even if you can't see it, it's underneath, it's gonna be able to leave dirt to get under the wrap and weather, and it's just gonna start bubbling on this side. It's not good. So always make sure that you're doing all of your prep work first. Now the paint looks pretty good on top. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not doing anything with any of this paint on top. Normally, this is all you can see, is this piece and this piece, until it raises up. You can't even see this too much. But this piece is in front. So you see where it goes down, and then it has the bolts. All this is hidden. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sand all this flaky, bubbly, nasty, or someone else tried to spray paint silver over this paint. I'm gonna take wet sand 400. I'm gonna do this flat, taper it all out, get it flat on both sides. It's nasty on both sides. You see how damaged it is, all the paint flake that's coming off. Once I get it flat, it's gonna be ready to go. We're just gonna wash it down one more time, and then we're gonna cut out a piece of the carbon fiber, send it all the way down, and then roll it over. All one piece. It's gonna look great. now that I just did a little bit, I can see right here that all of this is primer, this gray. And then there's scratches in the primer. You see all the scratches there, all the little... That means that the primer is over paint. So that means there was damage on this before. This is probably the original. If they primer, if it comes from the factory, it's metal, and then it gets primer, and then it gets paint. Oh, you going too fast, buddy. Hold on now. Now, you know that wing's plastic. Don't make me come back here and correct you again. How could the paint be under the primer? So if you ever see something like this and there's a little primer on it, or you're kind of nervous about like buying something, if you see little cracks in the paint like this, that means that they didn't wait for they put too much primer on it. They didn't wait for it to dry correctly. That's too much primer right there. So I'm going to go ahead and keep sanding the rest of this down, getting it nice and smooth all the way across. I'm not going to sand this at all because it's already nice and smooth. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap it. All right, so we got everything done on the wing. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the wrap piece here. So I had a couple of small ones that I kept, and I roll them up just so they don't get any creases on them. So since this has got a memory of being rolled, we're just going to go ahead and heat it a wee little bit to give it that memory to stay flat. And then we can go ahead and put it on the wing. All right, now that I got it flat, I mean, it's not going to be completely flat, but it's not going to roll up crazy like it did before. You know, I can handle it. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a measurement of about where I want it to be on the wing. I want a little extra on the side so I can heat and pull it around the edge. And I want to wrap it around as well. So this has already got a curve in it here. So we're going to go ahead with the curve and have a little bit extra on that side as well. And I don't need to wrap around the entire thing. We're just going here. This piece is about an inch, a little over an inch. This piece is about an inch. And this, let's say 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 inches. But then I need a little bit to cut. So let's go, let's see. If we have this extra, right, to pull, need this extra to pull over. It's always better to throw some away. I know I always try to save everything, but it's better to throw some away and have some to pull so you don't get wrinkles than to try to save every little bit. So we're gonna go all the way out to here. I'm saying all the way out to here. All right, so let's get this big piece out. Now, there's not much left on this, you know, but I could do a little piece of interior or whatever, and this 3M 2080 is very expensive, so we'll just keep this for something else. And now we basically have what our wing is gonna look like here. So basically our wing is going to be carboned up like this. All right. So now that everything's ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and do the peel. When I peel off, this is what's seen the most. So I would do this first and then pull this way, because this side is hidden under the car until the wing comes out. Once this side goes in, it's hidden. So you want this side to be the prettiest and this side. So I would do those two first. So come this way, do the back, pull it over, do the front, pull it over, and then let's see what's going on. it is, carbon fiber wing, all done and textured. Feels like snake skin. It looks great. It looks magnificent. Compared to what it was all damaged and nasty, it is going to look wonderful on the car. I can't wait to go install it and let you guys see what it looks like. All right, so I have the wing. This is the wing from the silver car, but I'm putting it on the show car because I already have it done, and the other car is out of commission for transmission problem right now. So I took the black wing off, put it in the shop. We're gonna wrap that, and now we have the carbon fiber wing, and it looks great. Now it's not mounted in all the way right now, so it does have a little bit of a gap open here, but it's going to fit completely perfect. And it looks wonderful. Now, I would say if you only have this one piece carbon fiber and nothing else carbon fiber on the car, it may look a little strange, you know, but we're adding this, then we're gonna add the headlights, and then we're just gonna keep adding pieces. I think we're gonna take one of these out next, so make sure next week or 2 weeks you follow us so that we can get these vents out here like you're gonna do the snorkel, and we're gonna start wrapping these as well. All right, guys, so here's a little sneak peek of a video that we're working on next, just to make sure that you guys know that we're doing something. And this is a great time to subscribe so you can see what we're gonna put out editing next week. I did the hood like a year and a half ago. It was supposed to be for my race car, but I never got it done, so I threw it on my daily. And same with the lights, but we're gonna... Hey everybody, welcome back, all my viewers, and today I got another Porsche video for you guys today. So we have a transmission leak in the Boxster.